Hello class. Now we'll see the first component of that is first new component, okay, of KE Getronic fuel engineering system. Actually, it is not new. Basically, it is available in case of the KE Getronic also, and it is available in KE also. But difference is that there is a constructional difference. You may easily notice that in case of the KE Getronics, this air sensor plate, okay, it is there. In case of the K, it is in case of the K also it was there, and in case of the K it is also there, but the location or the orientation of this plate is different in case of the K Getronics. In case of the K Getronics, the sensor plate are opening in upward direction, okay, means airflow coming from the bottom of this sensor plate and lifting upward. But here in case of the K, this plate are opening downward direction, means flow coming from the above the sensor plate and it pushing downward. In case of the K, it was pulling upward, okay, after pulling, or we can say after pushing upward the air, after the pushing upward the sensor plate by air supposed to enter into the inlet manifold here. But here it is exactly opposite. Here in case of the KH electronics, the sensor plate supposed to push downward, and after air supposed to enter into the inlet manifold, okay. Again, there is a position of the pivot is located in front of this contact point, this plunger. We know the plunger reciprocating inside the barrel are rested on the air sensor plate, okay, in order to transfer this moment of sensor plate to this plunger, it having the contact. So in case of the K Getronics, this contact point is in front of your pivot. This is a pivot, okay, in front of pivot. But here in case of the K, the contact is behind the pivot, okay. Another thing, in the pivot it has a potentiometer sensor, airflow sensor potentiometer, or we can say this is at this position, okay, airflow sensor potentiometer is used, okay. How it looks like this, okay, with respect to the movement of this air sensor plate upward and downward. These things are moving up and down, this arm also moving and up and down. This black thick varying this black line, okay, these two line black are having in or it those are varying in thickness, okay. You can easily observe this is varying in thickness, this one is varying in thickness as going downward. This is responsible to detect the exact position of this air sensor plate with respect to its horizontal position, whether it too much up or too much down, or it is in between this extreme limit, that is maximum and minimum limit, okay. So this is a potentiometer, is just similar like to our fan regulator, okay. Same as that potentiometer is works, or we can say same as that of the throttle position sensor it works, okay. So with respect to the contact of this arm on this uniformly varying lines, that dark line, okay, the resistance value are changes, so amount of current flow through this circuit also changes. So in that way it's supposed to detect the position of the air sensor plate, okay. So this is the thing, potentiometer is located on the pivot point, so it senses it. After that you may notice here uh, the moment of the air which is coming to the inlet manifold is downward direction, okay. So it pushing this air sensor plate downward of with respect to this pivot point, and this portion, okay, this portion are supposed to push the piston in upward direction inside the barrel. Here counterweight is located in order to make this sensor plate horizontal whenever no airflow is there, okay. So it keep it horizontal due to the with the help of this counterweight. After that the thing is that the three things need to be done by our potentiometer. There is it will inform about the position of your air sensor plate, whether sensor plate is fully open or fully closed. That information is given by this potentiometer to ECU, okay. Second thing, it will detect the rate of opening and closing of this air sensor plate, whether it is open suddenly or whether it open gradually. On that basis the acceleration, sudden acceleration, gradual acceleration is supposed to be sensed by the this potentiometer. Whenever sudden acceleration is there with respect to the sudden opening is there, so this potentiometer also give the change in current suddenly. Or if gradual opening is there, then the change in current value should be a gradual. In that sense, the ECU come to know whether sensor plates are moving suddenly or moving gradually. So this information also given by potentiometer to ECU. Another information is given by this potential to ECU, that is whether sensor plate are supposed to move towards the closing or move towards the opening. Means it moving to close or moving to open the flow, air flow. So that thing also need to be monitored by this potentiometer, and respective information is transferred to the ECU. So this is a potentiometer which is used, or which is fixed at the hinge position of your air sensor plate. So this potentiometer was not there in case of the cage electronics. The plate movement are not sensed by anything. It only moving with respect to the airflow, and it directly transmitting the thing, that moment to this plunger. But here the plunger getting the movement, upward movement and downward with respect to the air sensor plate. But in addition to that, air sensor plate having potentiometer which monitoring the all the condition, whether it is completely closed or whether it is completely open, whether it is moving towards the closing or whether it is moving towards the opening, and how the rate of opening and how much the rate of closing. That three things it monitoring continuously and giving the with proper feedback to your ECU. Okay, so ECU will decide on that basis. ECU will decide the rate of acceleration or rate of deceleration. Okay, even though the rate of acceleration and rate of deceleration also matter with respect to density of air. Okay, because as we are going above the sea level, the density of air is goes on decreasing, and as we come to the sea level, the air density is increasing. So the opening and closing rate, or the, I mean to say, pushing force of air to this air sensor plate is depend on the density. As air more dense, the pushing force to this air sensor plate downward against this counterweight is more. If air is less dense, then pushing force required to push this air sensor plate downward with respect to this counterweight is large, is less dense, then it required more. Okay, means dense air can easily push this sensor plate downward in order to enter into the inlet manifold. Okay, but whenever air is less dense, that time air sensor plate not get sufficient deflection. Okay, but throttle position sensor, throttle position is controlled by the driver. So driver opens the throttle plate 90%, but air sensor plate not open 90%. That is nothing but there is a something different, something is faulty, that can be understand by ECU. Means what happen, whenever air density is less, that time only the opening of air sensor plate is not directly proportional to the opening of the throttle plate. As throttle plate is controlled by the driver can easily operate at any range, that is, it can open 90% also, it can he can open 70% also. But with respect to the 70% opening of this throttle plate, okay, that is throttle valve, air sensor plate is supposed to be a what, expect to open that much percentage only. But whether it is opening or not, in that percent only, it is monitored by this potentiometer. Okay, so thing is that three things he monitoring and responding to the ECU. Okay, now we'll see the next part. This is pressure differential valve. The pressure differential valve is the same as that. The pressure differential valve is also used in case of the cage electronics, and is also used in a KE also. Okay. The only thing is here the constructional difference. Okay. In case of the cage electronics, so only constructional difference is there. Okay. In case of the KE, the differential was also there, and the difference is that, if you remember, in case of the cage electronics, this spring is present actually in upper chamber, and there is a seat was there. Okay, on that seat, this delivery line supposed to rest. Means spring is located at upper portion here. Okay, diaphragm was there. Here also diaphragm is here. Okay, that diaphragm separates the upper chamber and the lower chamber. The first of all, fuel from the warm-up regulator is entering to the your lower chamber. In case of the KE Jetronics, here in case of the KE, the fuel from this electro hydraulic pressure regulator are entering into the lower chamber of this pressure differential valve. After that, it entering through this passage, waste passage is there in between the barrel and this plunger. There is a waste passage, so through this waste passage is entering to upper side of this pressure differential valve, that is into the upper chamber, and the entry of this pressure of the quantity of will enter to the upper chamber is depend upon the slit opening of this plunger. With respect to the upward movement, the path or area of orifice or area of slit which is guided to upper chamber is increases, so that get metered. Here it get metered. Okay, so similarly it was there also, but only difference is in between those two pressure differential switches is here spring is located below this diaphragm. In those cases, spring is located upper the diaphragm, and even though they are having a seat on which this line supposed to rest. Okay, so this is a difference. Now we'll come to the working of this KE type pressure differential valve. So fuel whenever entering into the lower chamber, it travels in this direction and entering to the upper chamber, even though it pushing this diaphragm upward direction. Okay, it also start to pushing. Okay, the whatever the fuel present, whatever the fuel coming from this line into the lower chamber are pushing this diaphragm in upward direction in order to reduce the gap between this line and this diaphragm. Okay, in the upper chamber. Okay, so after that, after pushing this diaphragm in upward direction, it entering to this way into the upper chamber from to lower chamber. Okay, and start to enter through this line with respect to the whatever the open area is available. So it entering to the this line to respect to injector. In that way, here we can see it passing through to injector. Okay, so now main work is here with respect to this slit opening. Okay, to the upper chamber. Okay, as this plunger is moving upward direction, slit opening is varying. Okay, so with respect to the slit opening or slit area, the orifice effect is there. Orifice effect, we know, whenever across the orifice pressure difference is there or pressure loss is created. So due to that that pressure difference, okay, fuel injection pressure will reduce. So to maintain that pressure, again here spring is located below. Okay, it is below the diaphragm. So whenever this fuel entering to the upper chamber from to lower chamber, the across the slit opening pressure losses. And as we know, in the injector of this KE Jetronics and K Jetronics are also having spring equipped inside it. Okay, so that spring get deflate at a specified pressure only. If pressure is fall in the line, definitely the injector stops to injection, and this is a continuous injection system. KE and K injection system are both are the continuous injection system. So whenever pressure drop across this slit it take place, that time to maintain the pressure in line, we should have to regain that loss of pressure across the slit opening. So for that purpose, we have here spring. Whenever so pressure drops, that pressure drops during due to that the springs are pushing diaphragm upward and closing this opening. But a huge accumulation of fuel at this upper chamber start to pushing your fuel your diaphragm in downward direction and try to regain the whatever the pressure lost during due to this orifice effect. Okay, so this thing ensure that the pressure in the line is remain same, that is this that spring location at the downward. But in case of the K Jetronics, seat was there, and the diaphragm used in K Jetronics somewhat stiff as used in case of the K. So that diaphragm and the wall and the pipe that seat position are responsible to maintain or regain the pressure in case of the K Jetronics. Here instead of that we are using the only spring, but location of spring is at the lower chamber. So this thing is need to be noticed here. Location of the spring in case of the KE in the differential wall is different. Okay, so till here we have gone through the two things or two modification made in case of the KE Jetronic system, that is in terms of the air sensor plate what are the new things, and in case of the pressure differential what is the new thing. Okay, if you still feel any difficulty to understand concept, you may ask me on Google Classroom. First of all, you must go through the literature which I have shared on our regular classes, and also I have shared the same literature of Bosch yellow pages on your Google Classroom account. Thank you.